you help to support the event. And I know that these tickets are not cheap, but trust me when I tell you that your money is well spent, and you're going to see right now just how great it is, because we're going to bring out Rachel and Misha. Rachel Miner and MISHA Collins. Here they come. Give a nice warm welcome, everybody.
You crossed a line with that one. That scream was too much. Hi.
Hi. You guys, thank you for the awesome awakeness on a Sunday.
You just applauded yourselves for being awake. You're really setting the bar incredibly low. That's a win, guys. You're awake.
I think it should be.
Speaking of which, I just noticed that I didn't tie either shoe this morning. Top form. Really, really doing great.
Yeah.
You have a very, those of you who live here have a very pretty city. I didn't, yes. Yes, you do.
Great. At least from the airport to the hotel.
Yeah. That's where they put all of the nice architecture. Everything else is garbage, but they know that most people are.
That's actually what my driver said.
Yeah.
No, I was like, oh, this is beautiful. What a beautiful city you live in. She was like, well, this part, yeah.
Oh, look, we're being watched. There's people.
I know. Hi, guys.
It's like we're in a terrarium.
So.
So, how does this work? You guys ask us questions.
Yeah.
Or you raise your hands. Oh, how polite. It's like a class.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. That's exciting. Does that mean that we get to put people in the corner? Yes. I want a ruler and I want to whack people on the knuckles, too.
Yeah, he's great to work with.
Did anyone have corporeal punishment in school, like teachers that hit you?
Wow.
Oh, that's so great.
They're well trained.
People who were hit by their teachers here. Wow, that's amazing.
Did you?
How did that become Catholicism's thing? Like, we in our church, we hit children.
It was somewhere in the Inquisition, they
That's working. We're going to take that and put it into the schools. There are a lot of states where it's, in the public school systems, it's legal still to hit kids. I want to move there. My kids would not let me hit them.
No.
They would just be like, are you serious? You're going to hit me?
You know what I used to do with my mom? She hit me once and turned around. Why do you hate me so much? Ever hit me again?
When I was 12, I guess.
And also, my mom does not beat. She's the most loving mom. I want to establish that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I deserve it.
Just the clip of you saying your mom hit you is going to go on the internet, and they're going to edit that addendum out.
Please repost it on Mother's Day.
Rachel Miner from Abusive Home. I think I was 11, and I was being a little shit, and my mom was dropping me off at school, and I probably said something to the effect of, I hate you, Mom, I hope you die. I'm just guessing, I don't know what I said. But she slapped me, and she probably slapped me twice.
Yeah.
She slapped me, and by some miracle, it gave me a bloody nose, and I immediately was like,
oh.
And I ran into school, and I was like, my mom hit me!
I won this game!
Oh, it was so good, yeah.
Did she ever live that? Like, did you tell that story and retell it, or?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, she hits me, look.
That's amazing. That's I think that's every kid's dream.
It was so lucky. But enough about our abusive childhoods. Yes. And what a great fix that would have been so many years ago. I should have made that call like episode 3 for Castiel. I should have been like, guys, can you help me? Just say that Cass inhaled helium and for angels it sticks forever. And then Cass would just talk in a normal voice for the rest of the time. That's a really, really good idea. And if Cass did inhale helium, he would just sound like a regular person. To answer your question, I do this. I don't know if you guys have seen the show, but I do this very I try to do a very deep voice for Castiel. And at the end of a long week of shooting, my voice starts to my throat starts to hurt and my voice starts to crack. And it happened on Friday night, and it hasn't happened in a while, but it almost sounds like digital. Like I'll be talking and there'll be these little pops in my voice that sound like there's something wrong with the microphone. And when that first happened, the sound mixer replaced his microphone. He bought a new microphone. He's like, there's something wrong with my microphone. I can hear these digital pops. And then that microphone was still having the same problem. So he bought another microphone. And then eventually he's like, Misha, can I talk to you? There's something going on with your voice. And it happened on Friday night, and Jensen was like, it's happening again. It's happening. You sound like a Cylon. And in post-sound, they go in and they digitally paint out these clips that come up in my voice sometimes, which is so weird. And there's somebody down in LA who's, getting paid $100 an hour to paint out it's costing Warner Brothers money, my choice, to do that deep voice. And you're like, God damn it, we can't afford this voice anymore. Give him some helium.
It brings me to a question though, are you digital? Okay.
Your host, Rob Benedict, plus special guest Jason Mans and Creation's very own Adam Malin. Thanks, Steph. Hi, everybody. Woo-hoo. How we doing? Good.
Do you want this, Robbie?
I do, but I'm untangling a knot.
Tell you what I'll do. You just keep working on that. I'll just put it right here. You can just shake your hips.
Gross. Here we go, Sunday! Where would you be?
morning. That's a lot of you. Welcome to those of you who are just joining us today. It is well, it really is the climax of the whole convention weekend. It's Sunday. I've been here since Wednesday. Thursday, I did a tour of your fine city with some lovely people in a big old bus. We did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it was amazing.
It rocked.
It rocked. Jason and I, when you think hometown visits, doing tours of Cleveland, you think Jason Rock, two guys who've never been to Cleveland before.
Absolutely. It's a logical conclusion.
But we did our best.
We did. We made up as many answers as we could.
Yep. We only had to ask Siri a couple of times. But now her and I are not speaking. She literally won't talk to me. Try again later. Which is Siri's way of saying it's not working. So we did that on Thursday, and then Friday we kicked this thing off. But today, the Giving Back Tour, aka the MISHA Show, is really firing up today because MISHA Collins is in the building. We are staying at a hotel, and the bar, the host of the bar is a huge fan of the show. And he was like, couldn't believe that we were there, and he was like, I just don't tell me that MISHA Collins is here. I was like, well, okay, I won't, but I'd be lying. So yeah, he was flipping out. Tears that MISHA Collins was there. I too am waiting to meet MISHA for the first time. No, we've met. Anyway, so this is his tour. It's the MISHA Show, and you know that because on the top of the poster, he's giving you a very judgmental look. It's a look that says, yeah, it's my show, goddammit. That look says Jensen and Jared who? He's super proud of himself.
I also like your look underneath. You're kind of like, okay. All right.
Yeah. Come see, come stop. Yeah, that joke kills in France, by the way. Yeah, we're all giving very, very serious. Rich is giving that look that says, I'm not even here.
I'm not even gonna go.
And Jason, at some point.
Oh, were you gonna ask what kind of look I was giving? I'm giving the same look
You always give
that
it.
everyone else on the stage is giving. You know what? We're just here to help you guys have a good time.
That's
all.
right. That's right. They don't ask for much, except for an introduction of each of them every day. No, but please give it up for the boys who help and keep this convention together every minute of the day. Len Swain and Adam Malin. Let's meet the boys in the band on the bass guitar. He's a robot, and his name is Mike Borja. On the drums, accepting new Snapchat friends daily, Mr. Steven North. Yeah. Tickling the ivories on the keyboards, helping us out all weekend. The reason the conventions were started in the first place, he invented the band convention starting with Star Trek. That's right. Mr. Adam Malin.
My Maserati does 185. I lost my license, now I don't drive. I've got an office, gold records on the wall. Just make an appointment, maybe I'll call.
Yeah! That's right. Ohio's favorite son. Helping us out, the voice voice of an angel. Our brother, Mr. Jason Mans. Go Jason, go Jason. That's right. That's right. He beatboxes too. That's right. On the lead guitar, the wizard, Mr. Billy Murray. Thank you so much. How many of you were at the Saturday night special last night? Awesome. Thank you so much. That was a really beautiful night for me personally. I'm really, I was happy to share it in this sort of more intimate environment with you. So that meant the world to me. So thanks again for being there. And I love you too. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. This is a moment where I just try to quietly see if there's. Yeah, we're good. We're good to go, guys. We're good to go. So it's a one-man show up here, guys. All right. Well, I like to start the day off with just a little touch of evil, right? Just a little bit of Satan to get the day moving. I like to start my Sundays off with just a little Satan, just a little pinch. Please welcome to the stage, Mark Pellegrino with the chant.
Mark Pellegrino on the air guitar. Thank you very much. I'm good at the air guitar.
You're really good. I was thinking we should have done like Mark Pellegrino, like band stops and you do like an air solo.
A little solo? Yeah. It's better in my imagination than I think actually.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. I got some sleep last night, so I'm a little less travel-brained than normal.
That's good.
Well, you?
Sleep is good. I didn't sleep as much as I wanted to.
Yeah?
But
did you go out on the town? Did you see Cleveland at all?
I went out in the hotel lobby. But it was lovely.
It was a nice lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few of us hung out after the show. I'm always on such a high after the show.
Sure.
It's hard to come down.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's all good. I'll sleep tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, guys, Mark Pellegrino. Enjoy.
Thanks, guys. Last day. It's almost over, folks. Everything ends. Including this con. You're gonna leave this con feeling very unhappy. Only because you're gonna miss everybody because you had such a good experience, right? Has it been fun so far? Yeah! Last night was fun, right? Loud and Swain? They're awesome. I was so happy I got to hear She Waits. It's my favorite song. So we're gonna do the Q&A thing today? We have like 4 questions.
She's such a black magic woman. Makes you a robot. Experience human emotions. Feeling things in this little robot area. She's just a black magic woman. Her name's Ruth. Wow, Ruth, look to your right.
Yeah, 3,000 items. 3,000 hygiene items for Family Promise of Greater Cleveland. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's more toiletries than I have ever stolen.
I was gonna say,
All in the one area.
you took thievery and made it into a really great thing.
Yeah.
You're like Robin Hood.
Damn it, I didn't mean to. But it's awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank
How about
you.
that, guys? 3,000 submissions
3,000 items, which,
for charity.
yeah, no, you can't borrow some shampoo.
Oh.
It's not for you.
Aw,
It's for those guys.
that's fantastic.
It's
you guys.
amazing. Thank you. And thank you for collecting them. And thank you to Random Max and Misha for really making this whole thing happen.
That's amazing.
And also, just, you know, be careful. You never know what items might go astray when I'm around.
You got some good stuff today?
I got some good shit to do. The only thing that I will say, you know the hotel that we're staying in? It's one of those hotels, I don't know if they knew I was coming, but they have gigantic bottles of shampoo and conditioner that you're not supposed to take.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the ones you're
There's
supposed
like
to
pump.
Yeah, so I had to think outside the box, so I have other things
All right. Wow.
to give
That's
away.
exciting. All right, have fun with Ruth, everybody.
Bye! Come and get me in a little while. Don't leave me out here on my own. Hi. Hi. I'm all about the purple, so I'm just wearing my purple glasses and it's all purple. Because my thing's purple, you saw my thing, didn't you? We'll talk about that in a minute. And I'll get my own seat, guys, that's cool. It's normally Richard Spate that gets it and he's not here, so I have to move my own furniture. Need a southern gentleman around. Are you guys okay over there at the back? There's this big fucking pillar, right? I'll come over and see you, I promise. And I have too much nervous energy, so I don't stand in the one place, so you will see me. You're okay over here. How are you at the back? Are you awake? Is there anybody out there? Are you awake? How do you all feel about doing a little flash mob dance? How do you feel about interrupting Misha's panel to do it? Okay, I'm just gonna talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna check out a technical item. I'm just gonna whisper like on the mic, like it's not happening. Do we have that song? Okay, it's not ready yet, but we've got a song that I think is really appropriate for Misha. It's probably sexist of me, but I'm not sorry. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to think of a cue so that just at some random point during Misha's panel, you all know to just suddenly spring into action and like gyrate wildly. You up for that? You guys are awesome. So I wonder what the cue could be. Maybe if somebody asks a question about... Oh, I'm trying to think. What cue could be, like a surprise? Do you have any ideas? What?
First time I watched those kids.
What?
Oh, the popcorn.
The what? Pranks. Guaranteed, right? Somebody's going to ask.
First time he talks about his kids.
Oh, no, because that's completely inappropriate. We'll think about that. We'll maybe just make it a music cue. And so what we will do is we'll rehearse, because it has to have to spring into action, because that'll be the thing that'll probably weird him out, because he's probably hungover. And it'll probably be a lot for him to deal with. So the song I think we're going to use is I Believe in Miracles, You Sexy Thing. It's good, right? So once they let me know they've found it, that's when we'll do a little rehearsal. But in the meantime, I should talk about distributing my stolen goods. Does anybody not know about my stolen? Who doesn't know?
Big fan of quotes, and I was wondering what your favorite quote is.
Quotings from songs?
Anything.
Just my favorite quote.
Yes.
I really like what other people think of you is none of your business. I really like that. It always takes me a minute to be like, wait, what did I do wrong? Oh, I get it. Like, you don't worry about what other people think of you. Man, there's so many like lyrics from songs that I like. I'm not gonna remember any of them right now. What I love about listening to music is when like the first thing just appeals to me is the melody of a song, and then you're like, oh, I wonder what he's saying, or I wonder what she's saying in the song, and you're reading like, oh my God, that's what they're saying, and then it's like has this whole other meaning. But yeah, I like just things that sort of get you going in the morning, you know, like the kind of things that Matt Cohen used to post all the time, the #you stuff that he did. But yeah, that was one of my favorites, is what other people think of you is none of your business. Because I always really struggled growing up. That was a big thing for me. I remember when a teacher of mine said, stop asking me if I'm mad at you. I would just always say, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? It was a weird thing that I had when I was a kid. Because my dad left, and I just had really struggled with feeling like everyone was going to leave. And so I always thought people were mad at me, and I'd always apologize. And it was a really, really big problem of mine for a while, really until I got out of college. You know, and you know, it's an ongoing, I mean, I'm still an evolving human being, but you know, it's not anywhere near what it used to be. But as an actor, it's a hard thing when you have that quality, which a lot of us actually do. You want people to like you. That's why you're doing this. You want to hear the applause, you know, and so it's a struggle when you're an actor, and you're also the kind of person who wants that people to like you.
Yeah.
Because so much of what this business is rejection. It just is. You audition, and they go, nah, not him. And you're like, you know, and so it's constant therapy to go, I'm okay with that, that's fine. This part wasn't meant to be, you know. Or people who watch your performances and go like, nah, I didn't love that. And you're like, okay, that's cool. You gotta be okay with bad reviews and not care, not read them, whatever. I've come around about it. First I was scared of that, and I've come around about it, and now I'm grateful to be daily having to exercise that part of me that goes, okay, I don't need that. I'm good. I'm actually good in here. And that's why I write songs about that all the time. You know, my songs are my diary. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Such a good-looking band. Wow.
Back at you, pal.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Real good. How are you guys?
So you came in yesterday.
I did.
And did a few things.
I did.
And you have to leave today?
Almost immediately,
Yeah,
yes.
Because you have an early day up in Vancouver tomorrow.
Yes, I will be back on set at 7 a.m. Wow. 7 a.m., 7 a.m.
And you were the last on Friday?
No, I wasn't. I got here Friday night.
Okay.
Splendid times.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, I just wanted to say while Rob's up here, did you guys see the show last night? I told him this privately, but like seeing that show and just seeing that moment on stage was really, really incredible. So I just want to thank you guys publicly.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really fucking felt
Thank you.
that. Yeah.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm gonna do the thing. Also, I'm loving the scooters. Have you guys seen them scooting around? Yeah. Woo! There we go.
Oh, hi. So, obviously, a lot of our cast members sing with Swain and have done covers. Is it me? Were you...
Sorry. You just launched into this. You're like, I am done waiting for this guy.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, really great job. You're like, hello. It's time to go.
So, obviously, a lot of our cast members...
I had a can't stop laughing moment literally on Thursday night. And we were like trying to finish the day and Jared just kept making me laugh. He just like starts riffing and just like, he was on camera. That's the other part that bothered me. He makes you laugh on his coverage, so it makes you seem like a jerk when really you're just trying to get through the lines. So I'll launch into this story, but basically I'm calling it the doggy pile fiasco of 2018. Basically, in an upcoming episode, I keep falling a lot. So me falling on the ground somehow reads to the boys as an opportunity to break my ribs. So at this point, I was like, okay, like the season's going pretty good, you know. The jokes are kind of toned down a little bit, you know. No, I was completely wrong. They were storing up their energy to come for me in this episode. Yeah, so literally I'd fall to the ground and every take they would just rush me. So it'd be, boom, there's Jared, boom, Misha's on top now, and I'm just like underneath it all trying to like get out of there. So we did it happened in the rehearsal. So the rehearsal happened and then, you know, we're not filming, we're just kind of going through the motions. And I'm like, haha, okay, that was a funny rehearsal, guys. Well, like 10 takes later, I'm like, okay, this is enough. So it just kept going. So they haven't broken my will yet. But like one time I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna be like, how you doing, Cleveland? Like, then you will see that the will is broken. For at this point, I'm being resilient, you know? Until one of my rib breaks or it's like season 20, then maybe I'll allow myself at that point.
Right, yeah, I had a situation where I'm acting and I was in full makeup I was on The Walking Dead for 2 years. And I had full makeup and I had to have blood in my mouth, but I had to sneeze, so I already had the blood in my mouth.
Oh, it's so gross, isn't it?
The lady next to me, who is like a good friend of mine, I sneezed, but I turned my head and all the blood went onto her, and she just started laughing, and then Andrew thought it was funny, and I'm over here like...
You're like, this is disgusting, guys.
Do I still have my job after this, or should I leave now, or...
Should I just show myself the door, or...
And, like, my nose was falling off, and makeup...
Were you a zombie? Is this why?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and the makeup lady was mad at me, and she's like, you're gonna be in the makeup chair for another hour.
Oh, God. I have one thing to say about that. Carl! Are you guys trying to tell me something?
We're here to play a game with you.
Oh, God. Are you guys ready for Heads Up? Because I'm certainly not. We played this game before, and
Mike's gonna give us a heads up theme.
Heads Up theme. Gonna play Heads Up.
Nobody's gonna know what they're doing.
I might fail again.
My parents
Watch me
would be
fail
so
again.
ashamed.
All right, I'm ready-ish. I think we need some volunteers, though, right?
Yeah, Billy and Mike are gonna go get volunteers.
Bye-bye. Damn, they killed Dick.
It's a destination.
Yes, it's a destination.
Is it like a destination in America? Because I don't know.
No. I mean...
I only know a couple places. There's like the Empty. There's like Apocalypse World.
Keep going. Yeah.
Hell.
No. It's like the in-between.
What do you call the in-between?
It has a name.
I don't know. Give me the buzz. What was it? Purgatory. These are getting harder.
Spend their days there.
Park.
It is a square.
The park.
It has bars on it.
Prison.
What would you call a prison for Lucifer?
Prison.
It's only made for Lucifer, and then Michael gets trapped there. And Adam. Adam's still there. Adam's stuck there.
Poor Adam, man.
Well, okay, if you had to leave your dog at home, what would you put it in? Or your cat? I'm trying not to.
No, I get what you're doing. I appreciate it. I see the effort. If I have to leave them.
Does anybody want to do that? Okay. Okay, so this is an idea that I had been actually percolating on for a long time. I thought it could be a kind of fun thing to do in schools to show kids, like, just give them a little sense of like what goes on in shooting a scene on a TV show. But obviously no school would let me come in, so we're going to do that here and pretend that this is a school and that we're having an assembly, and we're going to sort of shoot a scene from Supernatural. Supernatural is a sci-fi TV show on the CW. And you haven't heard of it? No. So it's like got these two kind of underwear model brothers who sort of brood a lot and drive around in a muscle car. It's basically soft porn. So have people been assigned already? Have you passed those out? God, you guys are so efficient. Can I have the script? Do you have the script there? Thank you. Are there any thespians in the group? Should we have auditions? We didn't do auditions last time. No, that's too mean. Are there any actors or aspiring actors in the audience? Oh, all right. All right. I think we should cast from actors in this time, because some of the performances last time were terrible. The Castiel character was awful. I'm just kidding. You were amazing. The way you said ass butt. Auditioning is such a funny thing because you go into this room and there's these people that are like executives who can make a decision about your life and future that has so much weight on it. Like you could either become famous or you could go home a loser. And those are your two choices. And it's very nerve-wracking. And when I first started auditioning, this is a sidebar, by the way, has nothing to do with this. When I first started auditioning in Los Angeles, I would get these ideas like, I'll do this cool thing and it'll make me stand out, you know? It's not a good idea to have those ideas. And I remember I did this audition it was a pilot for a new Dick Wolf, who's a big producer, new Dick Wolf show. And it was like a young political intern. And I was like, I was a political intern. Like, I wonder if they may have written it with me in mind. I'm perfect for this. So I went in and I had a suit on, like a full suit, which didn't fit me at all because all of my clothes were too big. And so I looked like a tiny child. And all of the other guys that were auditioning there for the same role were just in like jeans and a t-shirt because they weren't dorks. And I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give myself like a little bit of business. It's called business in acting when you have like something to do with your hands, like take a sip of tea or smoke a cigarette. That's called business. And I was like, I'm gonna take my jacket off, and then I'm gonna like take my shirt off as if I'm like getting undressed to like change into my gym clothes or something. And I had a t-shirt on underneath, so I wasn't getting naked in the room. And there were about 7 or 8 producers in the room. And I started doing the scene, and I couldn't get my shirt off. I had my sleeves like. I was utterly trapped in the cuffs. I was trying to like say the lines still as if this wasn't happening. And of course, that experience caused me to start sweating profusely. And it was both from like the physical rigor, but also just the sheer embarrassment of knowing that I was mortifying myself. And also realizing, this whole take off the shirt thing was a bad idea to start with. Like, even if this had been a seamless enterprise, it would have been really embarrassing. So I would do stuff like that all the time, and I can't believe that I kept acting because I would go home and just like be just awash in shame. Like, what did I do? And why am I here? It's a very painful process, and I feel like going through therapy right now with you. Okay. Literally had 3 scenes where he fell to the ground in a fainting spell. And unfortunately for him in those scenes, Jared Jensen and myself were also present. So every time he would hit the floor, we would pile on top of him and then do like thrusting motions. And there's a tremendous amount of footage, because the cameras were rolling, of us just crushing the life out of poor Alex. And in the final scene, when so we did 2 scenes like that, and after a few takes, he figured out some evasive maneuvers and got out of it. Like he would fall to the floor, but instead of like laying dead, he'd go like this with his arms and legs up and start kicking. Which probably isn't going to be terribly usable footage, but he was saving himself. But in the final scene, he went down on the floor, and it had been a couple days since we had dogpiled him, and he forgot. But we didn't. And we also had Ruth in the scene that day. So, and it's funny because, it was 600.
You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along,
So
you sexy thing.
that was impeccable timing. Really well played.
Did you sense that I was about to say your name? You just knew it. Do you get like a tingling sensation, or what is it?
I am actually a witch, so yeah.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
So it was like 600 pounds of men on top of Alex, and then 35 pounds of Ruth on top of that. And it was the straw that broke his back. Like all of a sudden he was like, something popped.
Jensen said he could feel Alex's ribcage start to give way, so he started to press against Jared and you. Like he was the only one saving Alex from dying.
It was so joyous. We were just talking about the sort of sexual undertones. She wanted to talk about it, not me. Yeah, you did. In the show.
I like the overtones rather than the undertones.
What undertones? What undertones? During the end of the last season, there was a bit in the script where it says, "Our heroes eye fuck each other." Do you remember? And I was the only girl in the room, and there's Jared, Jensen, Misha, Rich, all eye fucking each other. And I'm like, what does a girl have to do to get sexually harassed in the workplace? Because they're all so polite to me, they didn't do it to me.
But this concludes our onstage performance. So I want to thank you for welcoming me as an MC and the band. Thank you for an awesome weekend that I will never forget. And now we sing the song we always sing to close out the convention. Sing along if you know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. So go home. After your meet and greets and your photos and your autos, it's the end of the con as we know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. So go home. Thank you, everybody. Mike Morrell, Steve Norton, Billy Moran, I'm Rob Benedict. Thank you so much. Love you so much.